Well, isn't it just delightful how the wealthy folks subtly flaunt their riches? Oh, they've mastered the art of keeping it hush-hush, but let me tell you, the keen-eyed ones among us can always catch a glimpse of their secret extravagances. Hello there, Stealthies, and welcome to the Stealth Wealth Society, where we guide how to master the art of wealth in stealth mode. In this video, we will break down these 15 low-key ways rich people flex their wealth. But first, I want to know what keeps you awake at night. Are you tired of financial stress and uncertainty? Do you dream of a future where money works for you, not the other way around? Well, I want to invite you to take a step toward investing in your future. Financial Freedom Blueprint for Young Adults is a comprehensive program where we address the very real challenges that young adults face when it comes to finances. We'll help you crush debt and build a rock-solid financial foundation, master budgeting and saving even on a modest income, invest wisely and watch your wealth grow. Plan for the future with confidence. Don't let financial worries hold you back. Take control of your money and secure your path to financial freedom. Invest in your future by clicking the link in the description below. Don't get left behind. On with 15 low-key ways rich people flex their wealth. 1. Subtle displays of luxury. Let's talk about the art of subtle extravagance. Rich folks, they don't just wear clothes, they drape themselves in bespoke whispers of cashmere, flaunt understated watches worth a small country, and casually sip vintage wines as if they're sipping tap water. They jet off to private islands like we catch Ubers and exchange subtle glances that scream, "I own a yacht bigger than your apartment." Subtle displays? Please, darling, it's all in the way they smirk, knowing their bank accounts have more zeros than a Shakespearean tragedy. 2. Exclusive memberships. Oh, exclusive memberships, the subtle art of rich people flaunting their wealth with a wink and a nod. Picture this, a secret society where the currency is not just money, but status. And oh boy, do the wealthy know how to play the game. They don't just join gyms, they become members of elite wellness sanctuaries where mere mortals dare not tread. Their golf clubs? More like exclusive paradises where caddies whisper compliments and the fairways are paved with gold. Figuratively, of course. 3. Fine dining experiences. The art of rich folks subtly flaunting their fortunes through fine dining. It's practically a sport. First off, there's the nonchalant perusal of the menu, as if deciphering hieroglyphics were a daily pastime. Then there's the casual dismissal of perfectly good wine, because why settle for anything less than a vintage that costs more than your car? Oh, and let's not forget the cryptic discussions with the chef as if they were co-conspirators in a culinary revolution. And when the bill arrives, they split it evenly, because who cares about mortals' financial constraints? It's all in a day's work for these masters of gastronomic snobbery. 4. Traveling in style. Oh, you know rich folks, they don't just travel, they parade their wealth like a peacock on a catwalk. Forget regular flights, they're chartering private jets, basically turning airports into their personal runways. First class? Darling, that's for amateurs. They're booking entire suites on luxury liners, dining on caviar-studded pizzas while the rest of us dream of an extra bag of peanuts. Hotels? More like palaces with butlers at their beck and call. And let's not forget the Instagram game. Every sunset is a photo shoot. Every beach is a runway, flaunting designer swimsuits worth more than a small car. It's not just travel, it's a spectacle. 5. Philanthropy. Rich folks have mastered the art of low-key flexing, oh so gracefully. First, there's the ostentatious charity galas, where donations come with more zeros than my bank balance. Then the personalized plaques on public benches, because nothing says I'm loaded like a bronze dedication on a park seat. Let's not forget the naming rights. Libraries, hospitals, even a stray squirrel probably has a rich dude's name slapped on it. And the piece de resistance, sponsoring obscure art projects or funding avant-garde theater productions. Because what's wealth if you can't make art house films about existential crises, right? 6. Art collections. Oh, darling, let's talk about rich folks and their art collections, shall we? Picture this, a lavish soiree where the air is thick with sophistication and the walls adorned with masterpieces worth more than a small country. Rich people don't just collect art, they curate galleries that could rival the Louvre. Oh, and those subtle flexes? How about hosting exclusive gallery openings where the champagne flows like a river and only the creme de la creme are invited? or commissioning renowned artists to create bespoke pieces, because who needs mass-produced when you can have one of a kind? It's not just art, it's a lifestyle, sweetie, and they flaunt it like the crown jewels. 7. Luxury real estate. Strap in for the ritzy ride. Rich folks don't just buy homes, they conquer castles, flaunting opulence in low-key ways that'd make your jaw drop. Picture this: secret wine cellars behind bookshelves, garages that house more cars than a dealership, and kitchens so vast you need a GPS to find the fridge. These high rollers play real-life Monopoly, collecting mansions like they're trading cars. Oh, and ever heard of a personal movie theater? It's not a flex, it's a lifestyle. Don't be surprised if their pool is bigger than your neighborhood park. They don't swim, they make waves. Living large? Stealthies? That's an understatement. 8. Customized goods. Rich folks turn everyday items into bespoke masterpieces. They sip their morning joe from gold-plated mugs and strut in sneakers crafted from unicorn hide. Their pets flaunt diamond-studded collars while their toilet paper is embroidered with 24-karat toilet humor. From personalized yacht names to couture doggy raincoats, they've turned customization into an Olympic sport. But don't hate the player, hate the game. After all, why settle for regular when you can sip champagne from a crystal-studded champagne flute that costs more than your monthly rent? 9. Attending exclusive events. Stealthies, attending exclusive events is the rich person's version of a catwalk. They strut in, dripping in designer labels that scream, "I own this place." First, it's the subtle, humble bragging about their VIP invite, dropped casually like a bombshell. Then it's the effortless mingling with A-listers, sipping champagne that costs more than your monthly rent. Oh, and let's not forget the perfectly timed selfies with celebrities, just to remind us mere mortals of their glam connections. But the piece de resistance, auctions where they bid on priceless artifacts like it's a grocery list. It's not just an event, it's a stage for their wealth theatrics, and they play the lead role with gusto. 10. Private staff and services. Let's spill the tea on how the rich flaunt their wealth and style. Ever noticed those discreet private staff? Well, that's the low-key rich folks version of shouting from the rooftops. They don't just hire chefs, they summon culinary wizards who turn the kitchen into a Michelin-starred restaurant. Their gardeners? More like landscape artists crafting Versailles-like gardens. Personal trainers? Try fitness gurus who sculpt bodies to Greek god perfection. And those drivers? Nope, chauffeurs who navigate sleek limos like they're on a catwalk. It's not showing off, it's just life in the extravagant lane, where even the humblest tasks sparkle with opulence. 11. High-end technology. Dear Stealthies, let's spill the tea on how the elite flaunt their wealth through high-end tech without breaking a sweat. First up, their homes are practically run by AI, from mood lighting that rivals the sunset to climate control that knows their preferred temperature before they do. Ever seen a phone that costs more than your car? Rich folks have, and they change them like accessories. And the gadgets? Think diamond-encrusted AirPods and gold-plated smartphones that make yours look like a relic from the past. Oh, and their secret weapon? Virtual reality setups that transport them to exotic locations while we're still struggling with buffering YouTube videos. It's all in a day's work for the tech-savvy rich, sweetie. 12. Family legacy. Let's talk about the subtle art of wealthy families strutting their stuff, the family legacy flex. You see, it's not just about grand mansions and flashy cars, it's the understated extravagance that truly dazzles. Ever noticed how they casually name-drop Ivy League universities like it's a family tradition? Or the way their family portraits look like a page out of a fashion magazine? Oh, and the nonchalant mentions of obscure European vacations as if it's a weekend trip to the local park? It's all in the DNA, darling. The way they effortlessly weave their riches into conversations, leaving you wondering if you missed the memo on how to be effortlessly fabulous. 13. Education opportunities. Dear Stealthies, grab your monocle and let's talk subtle rich folk flair. First off, their kiddos attend schools where the annual tuition could fund a small country. Forget generic backpacks, these mini tycoons carry textbooks that probably cost more than my car. Oh, and their study abroad experiences, more like luxurious global escapades, darling. Rich families host whole educational retreats on their private islands. Tutors? Please. They hire academic maestros who've written the textbooks they're studying. And when they brag about college connections, they mean sipping tea with the dean, not some campus club. Ah, the privilege of education. 14. Exclusive hobbies. They don't just flaunt wealth, they finesse it. Ever heard of their exclusive hobbies? Oh, it's a riot. They toss around wine jargon like confetti, collecting vintages older than your grandma's stories. Then there's the art of polo, where they ride horses fancier than your car, all while discussing stock portfolios and sipping organic herbal tea. Yoga retreats? Please. They meditate on private islands, wrapped in cashmere shawls. And don't forget about charity galas, where they bid on Picasso sketches like you'd bid on eBay trinkets. 15. Quiet generosity. They've mastered the art of subtle splendor, indulging in what I like to call quiet generosity. First off, their parties, not just gatherings, darling, but extravagant showcases of culinary artistry and designer decor that could fund a small country. And those humble vacations, private islands and super yachts, darling, where they casually discuss world affairs. Their charity events, think exclusive galas where they practically auction off unicorns while sipping champagne. Oh, and don't forget the inconspicuous art collections that could rival museums. There you have it, Stealthies, all the 15 low-key ways rich people flex their wealth. Do you happen to know more? Share it with us in the comment section below. We're sure other Stealthies would want to learn from you.